What is going on, you guys? I hope you are doing well. I just came back from the Dallas Card Show and I'd like to talk about it. That place was popping, dude. Holy smokes, it was busy, man. So, you have Fanatics Fest going on in New York, and you have the West Coast Card Show going on. I believe it's in Anaheim. And you would have never, ever known. Holy hell, that place was busy, dude. Um, I couldn't imagine what it would have been like without those two other massive shows going on. Dude, this hobby is so incredibly healthy. Um, yeah, it's pretty special right now. It is pretty awesome. Um, Got to catch up with Chris from Missouri, and I believe this was the first time I ever spent any actual time with Chris. I've been at a couple card shows with him, but never really actually had the pleasure, and that's the right word. I know you probably think that's the wrong word to use there, but never had the pleasure to sit and talk with him for any amount of time. And Tom was there, which I'd never had talked to Tom. Um, Shook his hand and met him in Strongsville, but that's it. I never talked to him. Dude, this is the greatest bunch of guys maybe that I've met in the community. Like, absolutely salt of the earth, except Chris. Phenomenal dudes. Absolutely amazing sense of humor, funny to talk to, great storytellers. You know, they don't collect how I collect, and I don't collect how they collect. But I sat down and they're looking at my shiny refractors, and I don't know if they cared or not, but they act like they did, and that's all that matters. Really cool. We had dinner, and then Matt showed up. I believe I'm not good at names. The Card Story, I believe. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Matt. Very nice meeting you. Once again, I met you, I believe, once in Strongsville, just shook your hand, and that was it. And then I met Matt, Straight Race Cards. Absolutely awesome dude. Really, really nice guy. He had his buddy, I forget his buddy's name, but his buddy bought his first baseball card today, and I don't remember the year because I don't remember years, but it was a Bobby Richardson, I believe. So really cool to see that. Um, I've seen a bunch of really, really nice interaction with kids that was not all about Pelican cases and comps and money. And there was a lot of that going on. I don't want to act like there wasn't a lot of that, because there was a ton of that going on. But I'm talking like 6, 7 year olds going up to tables and wheeling and dealing. Um, Really cool, man. If that's who's picking up the hobby after the Pelly Boy generation, we should be in amazing hands. Very refreshing to see. um, Things that I noticed, other than the absolute insane crowd, um, names like, I would say, A plus tier athletes from all sports, current and past. The Mantle, the Mazes, the Otanis, the Judges, the Jordans, the Kobes, the LeBrons, the Gretzkys, the Pat Mahomes, the Montanas, the A-listers. Like, those cards seem like they have gone up so much over the past 2 months, 3 months. Had some really cool conversations with a couple dealers about it. Um, there was a dealer there that said he was at a show 2 weeks ago, and he had a 2018 Topps Chrome Refractor Otani. Um, and he said he had it at $3,500. And he said at the time, comps were $3,700. Um, and he had a guy just come up and buy it outright. And he's like, the guy said he knew it was over comp, but he's like, I'm not going to be able to get this card at the rate it's going up. And he's right. Like right now, it's over. It's over that. What else did I see? You know who else I forgot that I hung out with a ton? I'm so sorry. Andy, she blinded me with refractors. One of my best friends in the hobby. I'm sorry, Andy. Spent a ton of time with Andy, and had a lot of amazing conversations of me making fun of Baseball Collector to Andy. How could I forget those deep, sentimental conversations? But I got a ton of stuff. I really got off of my checklist or focus of where I should have been this weekend. I mean, I got a ton of stuff that I needed to fill in these holes for the new PC I got. But I did get off track a little bit, but I think that's fine, man. That's the beauty of collecting, is you can do what you want, when you want, as long as you got the money. So I would say this weekend, 10 out of 10. Absolutely amazing. And then, I forgot, I also had dinner with, I think the gentleman's name is Mike Bassick. I believe he's a color play-by-play guy for the Texas Rangers. Former Major League pitcher, I believe. He's a buddy of Mike Moynihan's. And we had dinner with him tonight at Boomer Jack's. And man, what a dude. Had some awesome stories. You could tell that dude loves baseball, loves the history of baseball, loves collecting. Just an awesome day. Absolutely phenomenal day. So we will turn this thing around, put on some protection, and show off some cards. Okay, here we go. I'm going to mow through some of these because some of these aren't really, I would say, video worthy, for me anyways. I will say maybe tomorrow or Monday I'm going to release a separate video. It'll be my last video about the Dallas Card Show, and it'll be my top 10 pickups. So I can spend a little bit of extra time with this, because this probably will be a little bit longer of a video. So we got this. I didn't know if it was a Tiffany or not at the time, and I know the whole Tiffany, if it's glossy and blah, 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 blah. But I didn't want to take it out at the guy's table. It ended up being a Tiffany, but it's too OC for me. It's driving me absolute bananas. So this will not be staying in the collection, but really cool and really good deal. I think I got it for $1 or so. And so these are the type of cards here that I needed to fill holes, but I'm just going to mow through them. I think all of these I got in either dollar boxes, which was honestly probably overpaying for, or some quarter boxes. And it was so cool, man, going to this show and digging in quarter boxes, 50-cent boxes, dollar boxes. And if it was a Hall of Famer, I pretty much needed it. And so I got to be real picky about condition. Just kind of interesting how I missed the McGriff, but pretty picky, with me doing it raw. I'd like to get these cards in as good a condition as I can. So much late 80s, early 90s stuff. Which thank goodness it's cheap, man, because there was just a ton of expensive stuff there. Super cool. I didn't think I ever seen this image. I guess maybe I just never seen a Harper from this year, apparently. But I found this in a bargain box and just thought it was super cool. And Harper is on my list that I consider, future Hall of Famers. So pick that up. Got the cap here. And then moving on to some vintage ish. Got the Bagwell rookie. And then, yeah, man, like, well, there's the Griffey rookie. But really, really happy with this 64 Banks. I forget the dealer I got this from, but I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. There's a crease here you can't really see until you go hunting for it. But absolutely gorgeous. So that is that. Probably need to put up the warning sign for these shiny cards that are coming up. So put on your glasses, boys. They're not all shiny, but most of them are. Found some really, really cool inserts. That's definitely what the late 90s, early 2000s I feel is known for, is just really cool and unique inserts. People don't seem to appreciate inserts in today's product. But stuff like this, man, you just don't see, you know, cards like this anymore. And I think it's super cool, man. Look how young Andrew Jones is there. I believe this is 2013 or 2012, maybe. Prism. I think this is the first year of Prism Baseball. It's got the pajamas on with no logo, but it is a color match with Will Clark being in a Rangers uniform. And then pick this up. These early baseball prisms, I don't think they're highly sought after, these silver prisms, but they are tough to find. You don't find them that often, and so if I can find a Hall of Famer or what I think is a future Hall of Famer, I'll go ahead and pick it up. But, you know, I don't have a hole for that in the new PC, but well worth picking it up for a couple bucks. Soto, Andy, she blinded me refractors, picked this up for me in a $1 box and just handed it over to me. Asked me if I needed it. So thank you for that, Andy. Greatly appreciated. On my personal Mount Rushmore of my all-time favorite players, Lance Berkman. He's definitely my all-time favorite Astro. I'll be working on his run, so really happy to be able to pick up these two gorgeous early career refractors. And then how about that? Look at that big hitter. CC Sabathia. There's a image that you don't see very often, and man, he looks so incredibly awkward. At least to me, he does. It looks like he's at like a softball game or something. Vladimir Guerrero. Another cool insert. This is going to be from Sorry for the dead air, y'all. I don't see a year on it. But really cool card. You know, once again, doesn't really fill a hole. But that's the beauty of collecting how you want to collect, is you can do what you want, when you want. And put whatever you want in your collection. This is a Jeff Kent late in his career when he was with the Dodgers. Man, look at that thing, would you? Gorgeous. This next card, I seen the Griffey on the floor. The guy wanted $200 for the Griffey. And I found this that I'm about to show you, the Cal Ripken, for $5. And I had never seen this insert before. This thing is absolutely bananas. From 1997, Metal Universe. Freaking such a cool card. Crazy. So this being $5 and then that guy asking $200 for the Griffey, I don't know who's right and who's wrong. And obviously Griffey is a total A-lister, but Ripken is an A-lister in my opinion too. So one of them dudes was way wrong. I haven't looked up and see what this card's worth. I think I paid like $4. It was in a $5 bin, but I bought in bulk. So that is super cool addition. This one, another awesome insert Lords of the Diamond. And then these Topps cards. So these were in one touches, but I don't have time for one touches or slabs in this PC. So I busted them out of the one touches. And look at this. I don't know if you can see this. So this is something I didn't know before. But this Topps logo, it actually comes off the card. You can see it right there. You know, I always knew that logo was there, but I thought it was printed on the card, and that is not the case. And then that same dealer had a couple more Topps, and all of these were in top loaders. Or not top loaders, in mags. Boom, boom. Gorgeous card. Then the last 4 here that I'm going to show off in this video. I want to start doing giveaways. I did a giveaway on a couple videos back. I just think it's cool, man, to give back. So I bought these 3 cool little inserts. And so I want to give away the Joey Votto and Jose Ramirez. I'm going to put the Altuve in the PC behind the Altuve card divider. So, if you want the Joey Votto or the Jose Ramirez, just let a brother know. My contact information is down below. It's going to be first come, first serve. But those are super cool. Last card, a little bummed. I bought this, super happy with it. And then I found out I already bought it. So this is now a duplicate. I don't know quite yet what I want to do with it. But I could think of worse cards to have 2 of. So that's that, y'all. Thanks for watching my recap. I hope y'all appreciate it. Great show. Absolutely phenomenal. So, till next time. Adios. Be safe. Bye-bye. Boop. Toodles.